We're just going live. It's preparing. And while it's preparing, we're still online. We start showing up to people, and it's just about to be live in a bit. It's still preparing, I wonder. Zoom is still connecting. Hey, we are live on Facebook. Yes. Hello, everyone. This is Kavita Kapoor Khalsa, and we're live today on episode 29. And I have a wonderful special guest, Colonel Naveen Srivastav. He's currently in Tampa. Tampa is what I said, right? Yeah, Tampa sounds like Campa. When I was a kid, I used to have Campa. He's in the US right now. Otherwise, he's in Pune. And he's got an amazingly unique journey of being in access consciousness. So, a little bit brief on Naveenji. He's been a colonel with the Indian Army for almost 35 years, and that's a long time. Well, he also got famous for in the Defense Services Staff College, Wellington, 1982. He was selected for that. He was in the field of communication. So imagine we are communicating with him today. So that's his forte. And after his retirement, he served as a professor, which we'll ask him what exactly, electronics, I think. Yes, he did teach students because he wanted to mold the future of this country. And then he also completed his PhD in the area of artificial intelligence and sensor networks. Imagine, that's like such a deep thing. I don't even know what that is. We'll ask him in a while to explain a bit. But his standing in society is born out of the fact that he was approved under the UK Home Office program of highly skilled migration program in 2003, but unfortunately he couldn't continue because of some personal reasons. And he's an avid traveler. He's covered a lot of countries, and we're going to talk to him. I'm so glad that he could make it for this show. Hello, Naveenji. Thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me on your show.
No, but your experience is so profound that I so wanted to get it out for people out here and for people across the globe, so that they get to see that what is possible. In fact, what else is possible? Because there's so many people who say, "Ab to umar ho gayi hai," and you got in at a time when people would generally say, "Ab kya karna hai ye sab karke?" Jo hona tha wo to ho gaya. So I just want you to throw some light on the fact that how was your life before you got into Access, and what actually prompted you to choose Access and start using the tools or the spiritual journey, as they say.
Well, before Access, as I was into teaching. So I was like doing my teaching and, in addition to my retired life, whatever it was. So, and I was a very, fond, and I should say, I shouldn't praise myself, but a very good teacher. And students.
You should not praise yourself. You were a good teacher. You are. I mean, you know how to explain concepts. So why not?
So, yeah, so that's what I was doing before Access. And actually, what brought me into Access was an incident, actually, an incident in the sense that in 2017, I lost my wife to cancer.
Oh.
And after having lost her, I was in India, and I met R.D. Singh.
Yes,
R.D. Singh, everyone.
For all those who don't know, he's a fabulous facilitator. We'll soon have him also online someday. He's amazing, and he was the first one who actually started Access in India.
In India, yes. So I met him, and I literally broke down. So he told me that, Naveen, you do this bars class. And so basically I got into Access Consciousness for grief management, because I was in a lot of grief at that time. And Tulika Singh was my first bars teacher, and I did the bars, and yes, it did provide a lot of grief management to me.
What actually happened? Like, how would you say that it really contributed in grief management? In what way did bars?
the bars, how they contributed is that I was doing a bars class actually in London with a facilitator called Wilson, I think Wilson. She was a lady, and there was the other person who was doing bars with me was a person called Jane Scallon. So we were doing the bars. Actually, she was running my
We lost
bars.
your voice. Yeah, just a second. I think we lost your voice. Just a second, technical glitch. Can you say something? Naveen, can you hear me?
Yeah, but a little low. Yes,
Oh, yeah, now. Yeah. So I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay.
So you were talking about Wilson and the other person, and then I lost you.
Okay, yeah. So she was running my bars, and the facilitator was, asking me, okay, tell me what is it that, what have you got against the universe? And so I started, shouting and, I started saying that God, why did you do this to me? I mean, what was it that me or my wife had done wrong that, you have taken her away? And the facilitator, she said, okay, go on, go on. So I kept on saying things and things. And as I was saying, I broke down. I started crying. I'm literally crying so hard that my complete body was shaking. The intensity of that crying was so much, so much. I kept crying maybe for a good 5 minutes. And then after that, it subsided and like sort of calm and peace descended. And,
wow. While you were receiving your bars, is it?
Yeah, yeah. So that's
how much would you recommend people that is learning the bars class important or taking a bar session? What would your experience be? That learning it, empowering yourself with the tools, and learning the class and the hands-on process, is that a better way of dealing with grief, or just taking a couple of sessions and then getting done with it?
No, and also, applying it. Applying it means run the bars on various people, and so that you can also give them, so they can also receive your, energy, as they say. It's very, very, very.
Oh, that's a very brilliant experience that you've had in your life. That it's like a life-changing thing, that from where you were to where you are today. And then you did a lot of classes in Access, I believe, right? You met Dr. Dean as well. Yeah, that's so wonderful. So tell me one thing that, okay, what is your favorite tool in Access that you use?
Actually, there are two favorite tools. One is who does this belong to?
Oh, wow. Nobody's spoken about that. Yes.
Who does this belong to? Return to sender with consciousness attached, because as they say, 99.9% of the problems are not yours. So
thought, feeling, emotions are not yours. We're just picking them up. Yeah.
So that is one tool I use. And the second one which I use is what is right about this that I'm not getting.
Oh, that's another beautiful tool. Yes. What's right
about this that I am not getting? And this was actually when I was on one of the bar sessions, actually the one which I was speaking to you. And so this lady told me that, you asked this question about your, wife going away. What's right about this that I'm not getting? So when I asked that question, then I got an answer. And the answer was that she did not have to suffer much, like in cancer, there is a very long period of, suffering and
suffering,
lots of pain and all those things. So that answer I got, that she did not have to suffer that much.
And also that what if you could really look at your life in a very different perspective and elevate yourself, and whatever you've been carrying you in person, that what is right about this, about you being in this situation. She went away, she got peace, and what about you also are like searching for your consciousness, and that's also making you lighter. I think that what's right about this. When everything is okay, we really don't think about doing anything. When things are not so good, then we start looking out for ways that how can I change this, what can I do, and stuff like that. And some people are just okay with their misery. So you are not a person who would want to be miserable for a long time. So that's
Exactly.
wonderful. So okay, tell me any specific experience you've had while you've been healing other people, or any such experience that you would want to share with the world?
Yeah, there are actually two very important experiences I've had in applying the,
Yeah,
healing.
if you can hear me, great. I'm just getting my camera is somehow going wonky today. Yes.
Yeah, so I was telling you about my first experience. There was a student of mine whose, I mean, son, 7-year-old son,
Yes,
broke
yes,
his
yes.
arm, broke his
Oh,
arm, and
okay.
was in the, in
Hospital.
the hospital for a fracture,
Yeah, yeah,
treatment.
yeah. Prepare,
And he
yeah.
was in intense pain, so much pain that, the painkillers were not working on him.
Oh my
The
God.
nurses gave him painkillers, injections, but he was still in immense pain. So I
Mhm.
told this student, you just put your hand on the place where it is paining. And I sent her a voice clip of, point
Zero
of
sum
creation turn and zero sums
point
of
of
trauma
creation.
run.
Yeah, yeah,
Turn
yeah.
and zero sums of trauma run. So I said, you just put your hand and play this voice clip for a minute. And she did that. And within 4 minutes, the pain was gone. As she was sort of saying the voice clip, the pain went.
Oh,
And the
amazing.
nurses and the doctors who were there, they said, this is a miracle. I mean, how has it happened? They
How
were
could
totally stunned, that these strong painkillers didn't, subside the pain. And here this simple thing that this lady is doing, they didn't know what was,
obviously they
what
did.
she was doing. They didn't know what is access consciousness and
Yeah, but
things
and a
like that.
7-year-old child does not have any judgment or a preconceived notion. ये काम करेगा नहीं करेगा. Like we
Mhm.
grown-ups, we somewhere bind ourselves, limit ourselves with our own judgment and conclusion. And
Mhm.
if you've concluded something, you're going to create it. So
Mhm.
this child, I'm sure he would have heard your voice, and that itself must have been, so
Mhm.
soothing and calming that it changed something in his universe. That's so
Mhm.
brilliant. So, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Yeah, where do I see myself 5 years from now? Well, I mean, that will depend, as I say, on the choices I make now. And I haven't really made the choice, so to say. I mean, 5 years from now, I do see myself still, doing the same things, maybe a little
Traveling.
more traveling, and then maybe I might start practicing. I don't know.
Yeah, because
Practicing,
you've
become a
been,
practitioner, because I'm not yet a practitioner.
yeah,
So
you're not a facilitator, but you surely,
facilitator.
because
Yeah.
your rich knowledge and your experience, I think, is there's so much to kind of contribute to the world around you.
Yeah. So that's what I see myself 5 years from now.
That'll be so much fun. So you've done your electronics, engineering and stuff and all. Do you see some similarity between the energy work that Gary and Dane talk about and what you have in your energy field? Is when we how different or how connected are these two? Quantum field, we talk about energy field, and would you want to say
Yeah,
something?
so yeah, there are two things which are similar in the electronics field and in the, what access consciousness says is
Yes.
this Einstein's famous equation, which of course in access consciousness is
Difference,
also
yes.
equal to mc square. But
Equal to
in Einstein's theory, that equal to mc square means that the energy is equal to mass times the velocity squared of light. Okay.
yes, yes,
And so basically what it is trying to say is that the everything is interchangeable in the universe. It's interchangeable, the energy and the mass are interchangeable. And so
yes,
that's exactly what we say in access consciousness, right? That the
yes.
energy, the energy now at this point is this, and
You
you
can
can be
change it.
another
Yeah,
energy, at
totally.
in the next lifetime, or you with some other energy in your previous lifetime. So the concept of Atma, which we have in
Yes.
Hinduism. So
Yes.
that sort of is reinforced in access consciousness and in this equation of Einstein, and that the universe is, constant.
Universe is constant and
Constant.
it's
It
ever
can,
expanding,
yep.
constantly expanding and ever changing. So in fact, yesterday I was watching a movie and I got this quote which really caught my attention, and that is, it says, every time you look at your future, something changes. Okay. And
Mhm.
because you looked at it, and that changes everything else, because you looked at
Mhm.
that future. So this guy has this capacity to look into future, but that's initially 2 minutes and then little longer. But he just
Mhm.
simply says that if you can look into your future, you can change the probable outcome that you could have.
Mhm.
So and how do you come to that future is by asking questions, by being more conscious, by being more aware and more present. So what would you tell your peers, or what is it that you would like to say to people around you right now? Like if you had a few words to say to people, what would you say?
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
message to people.
yeah, I like to say that, uh, in addition or besides, doing the courses, it's not the number of courses that you do is important. It's
Yes,
that
no.
you apply that knowledge, you apply the concepts of access consciousness, change
Yeah.
yourself and change the world. I've seen, access conscious practitioners, they have changed the life of people.
Yes.
People's lives have changed in miraculous ways,
Complete.
just
Mine.
by their contribution and just by their, what should I say, the courses that they have taken, like Foundation, one of the most important courses of Access. Foundation has changed the life of
People around the
people
globe.
around the globe and in very miraculous ways, and they acknowledge it. And
Absolutely.
I mean, if I were to give my own example, a very small example, there was some amount of money stuck, and I asked my friend R.D. Singh to
Yeah.
send me some, clearing so that the money, gets unstuck and it comes. And he sent me the clearing. I heard it in a loop, and lo and behold, next day the money was in my bank.
Oh, wow. That's so amazing. ये तो आपके पीछे लोग पड़ जाएंगे, आप हमें भी दो। हमारे कितने लोगों के पैसे अभी तो फंसे हैं। ये तो बहुत अच्छा आपने बता दिया है. So people, if you want to get in touch with him, his details will be, on this Facebook link, and you can connect with him. He'll be in Pune by March, mid-March is what he's hoping that he'll be able to travel. If not, and if you're in USA and watching this, please get in touch with him, because he's got amazing healing hands, and he would be more than happy to contribute a session to you guys. And you can know more because he has got so many experiences that you could just go on listening to. It's a treat to hear him out. So thank you so much, Naveen ji, for sharing your richness, your experience, and your vibrance. Even and age doesn't really matter, because ये लोग कहते हैं कि अरे अब थोड़ा करना है, but बदलाव लाने की तो कोई उम्र ही नहीं होती है.
जैसे
So
पेड़ है ना, पेड़, a tree never tells its age. It doesn't say that, a tree is, its growth is its age, and it says, look, I've grown so much. It doesn't say I've aged so much,
Nobody says that. So we're not talking about age here. We're talking about the growth and wisdom that we require. So thank you so much for being you and being the invitation of change.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.